Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making some of the famous, I would say, add the butter to your sourdough recipe. so I've got, let me turn this around. Got my starter here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't know what's going on with my camera. There it goes. Got my starter here. And I've got my handy dandy shredding attachment here on my KitchenAid, and I'm going to get a block of frozen butter first. So hang tight. Okay, I have a block of butter. Kroger brand, that's what I use until I can get real cream. I have made butter with store-bought cream before. It worked out pretty well. Okay, put this in here. And this, and go like this, and turn it on. There's still just a tiny bit of butter in there, but let me see. There, yep, you can see what that looks like. Okay, hold on, let me get this cleaned up and we'll head over to start mixing my sourdough. Hang tight. Okay, with as much as I have with my Fed starter, I'm probably going to use 2 bowls and do one with just the butter and one regular. So let me grab another bowl. I put the butter back in my freezer just to keep it cold. So let's start with this one. This will be the butter bowl. Let me tar this. Tar. English would be tear. Okay, it's on grams. Put 100 grams of starter in here. Grab a spoon. A little bit over 104. It's about time for me to clean out my starter container here. There we go. All right, I'm going back to my old recipe that I used to use because it always worked for me. I tried a new recipe and they did not turn out good. Overproofing, all sorts of good stuff happening. I have it in my utensil drawer here. So 250 grams of water. Let me do this again. Okay. Of course. Oh, yeah, a little bit over. My starter's floating nicely. Not sure if you can see that. And I'm going to wait on the salt. So I like to mix this up. I used to put the salt in with the water. I'm sure you can do it any way you want. I've been seeing things where they say to wait on the salt. There may be good reasons. I don't know. Grabbing a measuring cup, not that I need to measure because I'm going to be weighing it, but it's easier to get it. So let me tar that again. 394 grams of bread flour. Is that me? 80. There we go. All right, let me mix that up. See, I'm going to put salt in now before that gets too mixed. Only because 8 grams of salt, I am 74. So that'll be 82. There we go. It just seems weird to me not to mix it in. Otherwise, it's all going to be stuck in one spot. Is my opinion. That's all it is. I'm going to get this off of the scale. Oh, let me put the butter in it. Let me not forget that. Seems like a lot of butter for this little mixture, but we're going to do it. Some people do it during their stretch and folds. Why not do it now? Again, I don't follow everybody else's recipes. I just do what my heart tells me. Okay. That's a lot of butter. Oh my goodness sakes. Stretch and folds are going to be fun. Only because it's a lot of butter. But it's going to be beautiful. Okay. Let's use my fingers. Get him, Chloe. There's somebody outside. Probably the neighbor. There we go. Okay, we're going to cover that. Set a timer for a half an hour. Towel. Let's put this one on. Tar it. And see how many loaves we're going to get of regular. 1. Yep, I might have to change containers on my next set of loaves. Only because I'm kind of scraping this one. 197. Okay. And 500 grams of water this time. My daughter, I always told her, they say to use bottled water. Well, my oldest grandson was helping her and he accidentally used tap water and she said it never turned out better. How about that? All right. I'm going to put my salt in like I usually do. It'll be 16 grams. $14. There we go. Perfect. And let me mix that up. A little bit of butter on my whisk here. Won't hurt anything. And Alexa, what's 394 times 2?
394 times 2 is 788.
788.
You have a new notification. You want to hear it?
No. I don't feel like mathing. I had to work all day. 788. Too much. Best thing about flour is you can just put a little bit back in. Here we go. Oops. There we go. All right, let's mix that together. Get rid of this. Nice and shaggy. Make sure I don't have any excess piles of flour down there and on the sides. I scrape the sides and then I lift it and turn it over. Turn the wet side over to get that flour off the bottom. Okay. Get the excess off the whisk. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
All right, I'm going to do my stretch and folds. Then I'm going to bring you back when it's time to make these into loaves and put them in the fridge. Okay, we'll be back. Real quick, I put some water in here. What I'm going to do is put this upside down, put my lid on it, and have that water soften up all of the hard stuff around the outside. They say you can dehydrate your starter, so why not hydrate it and get all that down to the bottom? I'll just go like that and let it sit for a couple hours, shake it up and turn it back upside down, and then put it back in my fridge. Oh, hey, we're leaking. Okay, I'm back, and I was going to show you that jar. Hold on. No microphone because I have my phone on the charger, but I got all the stuff off the sides. It's all down in the middle, in the bottom. Rehydrating, but my jar is fairly clean now. So, no microphone. My phone's charging. I said that before, but here we go again. Let me grab some stuff. Okie dokie. Put these on. If I can get my fingers to work today. All right, those are done. My dough has risen. I need one more. One more. Oh, goodness. Okay. I was gonna make one with chocolate chips again, because that's my favorite. But that would mean I'd have to go get them. Putting some flour on here. This is the butter roll. I'm excited for this. Flatten it out. I think I'm gonna do this one in my round. And I'm gonna do it. No, I'm still gonna do it the same way. Oop. I've seen how they roll it. That's what I was thinking of doing. Pretty simple. Flour in here. Oh, you know what? I can go get the chocolate chips when I go get my plastic bags. Got some stickiness going on there. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a plastic bag. Flour that. Grab the chocolate chips. Give me a second. I only grabbed two. I'll grab the third one after I'm done with the video. Make it so you guys can actually see it. Okay, that one goes in the fridge. And I'll be baking these tomorrow. Okay, this one. Now, my daughter told me, I have glass bowls. My daughter told me I need to start using them. And I forgot today. Okay, this is 2 loaves worth. Bubble right there. Oh, you can't see it. Let me scooch you back. Bend you down a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't even look on the first one. Okay. Milk chocolate chips, my favorite. This one I might try to roll. We'll see. Maybe I'll roll one and fold the other one like I usually do. Not the easiest thing to do, especially if you don't have enough flour on your counter. It worked. And in the fridge it goes. Okay, let's put some more flour on the counter so I don't have a sticky problem. top. There's some in there. There we go. Flatten it out. Now this one is just going to go in this. And then in the fridge. In there. And what I'll do is, after I bake my loaf, which I'll bake at the same time as my butter bread, then I'll put this into the oval one. I should have bought a big bag. God, I can't talk tonight. I'm ready for bed. Stretch. Oh, look at this. Stay. Doesn't want to stay. Although it is much easier working with this recipe than it was the last recipe I tried to use. Oop. Tried to pull it and it broke. Here we go. Okay. Nice bubble right there. I don't know. Probably on the wrong side for you guys to be able to see it. And again, this will go in the fridge just like this. And then after I bake my loaves, my 2 loaves tomorrow, then this will stay in the fridge and I'll probably bake it on Monday morning. And yes, I've done that many times before. All I need is a bag for that, and that is it. I will be back after baking so you guys can see the final product. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Hang tight. Quick note, I took these out of the fridge this morning. Thought I was going to be able to bake them right away, left them on the counter instead. This one rose nicely. The one with the butter didn't. But we'll see how they turn out. I'm sure they'll both be delicious. And I'm sure that will rise once it gets in the oven. All right, next step, baking them. Okay, so here we are with the final product. That is the chocolate chip one. And that is the butter one. Looks yummy. Let's get these cut. Get you set up here. Sorry, put my hand right in front of the camera. There we go. she find her bone?
No.
Ooh. Look at that. That's neat. All right, let's open this one. That yumminess. You know what I just thought of? Put chocolate chips in the butter one. That would be delicious. All right, thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video, and we will talk to y'all soon. Bye.